guys, welcome back to Pick Nashville. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I have not been doing much content. I think that you may have seen the video I put out that my husband had a knee surgery, so it's been about a week that I have been doing caregiving and sitting at the hospital for a bit. So we're back home. Everything's good. Everybody's healing. Everything's going nice. I thought I would do a very quick what sold video. Why not? I'm out here working. I've got a little bit of time and I can get this and maybe show you guys kind of what sold. It's been a little bit slow. I haven't been able to get things listed and whatnot, but it's a little bit slow. The first thing that sold is a pair of Nike Court Burrow Low 2 sneakers. They are in a 6.5 youth. I put big girls on here. They're a white Nike. I've had them for a bit, and they sold, I was sent an offer, they sold for $6. So they got a great deal on that. I made a profit of $3.05 on the Nikes. And I'm gonna try to put, hopefully I already have, put a picture up here of what I'm talking about so you can sort of see what I'm talking about. I'm fairly new to doing that, but I am going to do my very best to get that up there. But I'm also looking behind at my computer where the sales are listed. So the next thing I sold, and these first four are gonna be Poshmark. I did have a Depop, and I had one eBay that came in just a little bit ago, actually. I haven't even packaged it up for shipping yet. All the rest of this is already packed up and ready to go. I've just got to get to the post office. Yeah, it never ends. I'm telling you, you have to be willing to do everything all the time when you're trying to make a living reselling. So I'm still loving it, but it is a lot of work. The next thing I sold was an Evelyn Grace skirt. It's a short skirt. It's like a tweed material. I think it may be wool. I cannot remember specifically, but it is a really nice plaid size 8. I have had that for one of my older pieces that I've had for quite a while. It's been up. Not sure why, but a lot of my older stuff is selling all of a sudden. I'm good with it. That's why I will take a lower price on some of these things, because they have been sitting for quite a while and I need to get them out of inventory. But this skirt sold for $14, and as I've said before, anything under $15, Poshmark will automatically take $2.95 for their fees, which still is not that bad. I made $11.05 on that particular piece. The next thing that sold was a Revolution and try that again. You know, my brain thinks Rockin' Republic. Is it Rockin' Republic? I think it's Rockin' Republic. But this is Revolution and Revolt. They're a medium wash jean. They were in a size 16 petite, which is not bad, but you know, these came out of a storage locker, so I think every one of my storage lockers I've made my money back. So if I get a lower offer, I usually take it. If it's a reasonable offer. Now I've had people come on and have something that was worth $30 and they offer me $6. Yeah, no. I understand if you want it really cheap or you're trying to resell it, but no, I know what things are worth. Anyway, these Revolution and Revolt jeans sold for $9. I will make $6.05 off them. So I've had a number of sales, but they're mostly low price point. So I didn't make as much as I would like to have. This next one are the Levi's 505. They're tan or a beige men's blue jean. And I was offered $8. Again, these came out of a storage unit. I took the $8. A sale, I just figured, it's kind of like, you know, karma. Or I guess it's what you would call it, kismet, or I don't know what the word is. But if you accept the offers, I'm afraid that, okay, typically if it is even remotely sensible, I'll take an offer. The reason being is sales make sales. And let me kind of say that a little bit better. If I accept one offer, typically more sales come behind it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's an algorithm thing. I don't know if it's a karma thing, if it's just my imagination. but typically if I accept the first offer that comes in, regardless of what it is, that first offer of the day will create more sales. Now, I'm probably crazy and I'm probably making that up, but that's how it feels. And so I do typically accept a lot of offers just because I think that they kind of attract more offers or more sales. So anyway, I sold these for $8. I made $5.05 off of them. So not a lot in the area of making money, but it is what it is. I also sold, I got this Barbie. It is I think it's a 2002. I'm having a hard time. On Depop, they don't come up. You can pull yeah, it's a 2002 collector edition doll. It was African-American, pink gown, still in the box. The box was in rough shape, so I did put it up for a little bit less because the box was in a little bit of rough shape. Picked it up at a yard sale. They had the Highway 68 yard sale, I think it was, up in Kentucky a couple weeks ago. I picked this one up on my very first stop for $5. I sold it for $30. I made $24.89, which means I made basically $20 profit off of a $5 Barbie. So, you know, there are some things, I like to get things really, really cheap. But when I saw this, I thought, that's probably a collector because you don't see very many of the African-American Barbies out there of this particular one. But there were a lot of the white Barbies out there. So I knew this was going to be a good purchase. It sold in a couple of weeks. It wasn't up there very long. But that one did sell, and I did end up profiting $20 off of it. And then this morning, I actually had a sale that I haven't even gotten together yet, and that is this Royal Dalton. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Dalton. Anyway, it's called White Nile, and it's a set of 3 teacups. Yeah, I didn't have 4. I just said the 3. Anyway, I don't know exactly what I'll make off of it, but the buyer paid $22.26, and typically you get about half of that amount once you pay fees and whatnot. So I'll probably make, $11 or $12 off of these teacups. To be honest with you, I don't even know where these came from. I think these came out of a storage unit, but I'm not exactly certain that that's where they came from. So that's what sold today. Got that last piece to get put together and get it shipped out. I'll probably go to the post office this evening and get them scanned in and put in. They don't count Sundays towards our shipping, so I do want to get them on there and have them seen as being scanned in and at the post office. We have one over by our airport, and it stays open longer, so maybe I can get there. And I'm sorry, I'm hoarse, guys. Wow, I sound horrible. Excuse me. Much better. No, I guess it's not. Anyway, we've got one over by our airport, and they stay open later. So I may go over there and drop them, or I may drop them tomorrow. Who knows? It just depends on what I've got to get done and what's going on in my house. So that is the what sold this week. Actually, not this week. This was just the 25th, 26th, and then today. So 3 days worth is what this is. Been a little slow because I haven't been working. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow whatever all those boxes that you're supposed to tick off. You're supposed to say when you're making a video. Do all of them. Just do it all. Just whatever it is, just do it all. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I like making them. Let me know if there's information that you want, or if I need to give you more information on things like this, or is there something you want to know about living the life of a reseller? Let me know and I'll make that as well. So don't forget, as I always say, learn something new today. Be kind, because kindness is always free. And I will see you guys the next time when I join you to give you whatever next insight I have coming out of this crazy head of mine. So love you guys, and have an excellent rest of your day.